Yeah, so I moved to the Sunshine Coast when I was 21. My parents owned racehorses with Daryl Hanson, and I had not much else to do in my spare time down there, so I became his stable hand, and I guess it's progressed from there. I met Aidan and he wanted to sort of give riding a go again, so we moved to Townsville on one condition, that we would do something else with our lives other than just be someone else's stable hand. So we thought we'd give it a crack at training, and so far so good for us. So we've built a whole new property for our horses. We have paddocks that they can play in through the day just to give them a little bit of downtime. We have our own track out here as well, so they're not going into town to the track to work each day doing the same monotonous things. They can change it up a little bit, as well as many trips to the beach, and this nice, cool, calm environment out here for them seems to be really paying off. Yeah, our dynamic is pretty good actually, Aidan and I, between the stables and our home life. We do keep things pretty separately, so we try not to talk about horses over dinner.
We generally try to keep things separate. I think it's the best way to go about it. We relatively are pretty good generally most of the time. Obviously every couple has their little tiffs, but we're really good. We've returning to race riding, sort of just come with, slowly started to lose weight again, and at the moment it's just to see how long I can maintain it and keep going, and obviously ride winners.
Yeah, his knowledge that he's gained from, being an apprentice to Steve O'Day and then through to Liam Birchley, what he's gained in knowledge from, riding horses down there, from riding really good ones to riding the not so great ones, has really paid off for us up here to become trainers, because he can bring that knowledge through the stable and work with each and every different type of horse. And I think for that to have our own jockey, track work rider, everything like that up here, it sort of sets us above the rest as well.
Family Star has joined it. Family Star on the outside and TABATHA Miss together. They come to the 150, about 3 in front of Vienna's Spirit. As they reach the 100, TABATHA Miss, the weight might be kicking in now. She's taken over, she's drawing away, and TABATHA Miss goes on to win by a length and a half.
TABATHA Miss gained a lot of confidence from her last start win. She's been getting around pretty proud of herself. So I had considered taking the blinkers off for this next start, but I have decided to leave them on. I think she responded really well to them last start, and I think that if she can get a nice easy time in front this week, she should be right up with them in the finish.
Up into second spot, Bond Zone, and deeper on the track and running on is Nobody Better, and they were followed by Kodai getting up on the fence as they get to the 200 metres mark, and on the inside Kodai, Magic Desert Moon, and deeper out Nobody Better. Nobody Better takes the front. Bet on Lovers rattling home late, but Nobody Better punched out, gets the money.
Nobody Better should go really well in that race as well. I mean, getting that little bit of weight relief is going to help her. She's drawn okay as well, and I know that there's a couple of good ones in there, but I am expecting a good showing from her. We gave her a bit of a week out just to have a little bit of a letdown after her trip to Cairns. She had a tough run there, so we're hoping that little bit of week off, and she's come back in and impressed us in her work. So I think that she'll go well again this week.
About 3 lengths to Zamex, Grazie Bella. Now Best Hopper starting to see some daylight. Then came Hot Saga Lady Skills, but confronting with about 150 to go, 3 lengths in front. Grazie Bella. Best Hopper's running on well, and then We Just Love It, but confronting all the way. Goes on to win by 3 lengths.
Confronting last start, I was probably a little bit more concerned about the weight then. I was a little bit iffy whether he'd be able to handle it or not. This week again, obviously he's got the weight, and there's quite a significant difference between his weight and the rest of the field carrying much lighter than him. I'm expecting him to carry on the way he did last start, because I don't believe that the field's that hard against him. So Jabal Tariq, he's only ever had one career start so far for us that we went to Cairns a couple of weeks ago. He's a late bloomer, so he's a 3-year-old, but he's still very much trying to put it all together. Let's Go Smarty, this is her 3rd career start. Her first 2 outings, she's drawn pretty bad barriers, so she's sort of just gained that education and confidence from those starts. But drawing the better alley this week, I'm expecting a little bit more from her and to be up there with them, and hopefully now that she's got that little bit of knowledge under her belt on what she is and to be a racehorse, and she's puts up a good competition.